Hey everyone, welcome to this quick goal achievement, goal setting workshop. My name is Grace Barnick-Damazo. For those of you who do not know me, I am a fitness professional. I'm also a certified health coach and a fitness nutrition specialist. I work with women that are either in the military, active duty service women, as well as military spouses around the world. So I really focus on how to make fitness accessible and easily adaptable to the ever-changing lifestyle of the military. And that may also be for you, even if you're not military affiliated. All of our lives are a little bit chaotic, and we need fitness programs and nutrition programs that are going to work no matter what life throws at us, right? So today I want to go through a very quick tutorial and workshop that goes along with a 90-day fitness achievement, goal achievement workbook that you already have received. Maybe you've already had a chance to look it over, and we're going to be going through it together today because I want you to be able to take action as quickly as possible. And the reason why I'm doing this quick workshop and tutorial is because it's the beginning of the new year. And whether you're watching this the beginning of January 2023 or any time throughout the year, it's the beginning of your journey, whatever that is. And it's the beginning of your goal setting for this new goal or this new stage of your life. So it doesn't matter when you're starting. This is the beginning of something for you. And I want you guys to start on the right foot. And this is really important because most people want to achieve something. They have a goal that they have set for themselves that they really want to achieve. But most of the time, more often than not, they go into it with a goal, but not a plan. And that is the reason why the majority of people do not achieve their New Year's resolutions. They give up before they've given themselves a fair chance to achieve them. And I want something different for you. I know you don't want that for you, and I don't want that for you as well. So I'm giving you a proven strategy, a proven system that you can follow that is going to help you achieve your goals right now, and you can rinse and repeat for any goals now or in the future. And it's also just there to help you kind of get some clarity, because I know, especially if you guys are watching this right when I put this out toward the beginning of 2023, you're probably feeling very overwhelmed and inundated with the thousands of pretty planners out there and different like goal setting pamphlets and workbooks, and they're just like so long and they take forever, and it's like so overwhelming that you don't even start doing those. So I wanted to make this as simple as possible for you. It's not, crazy 50 pages long, and it's not super crazy involved and we need to like sit down and like contemplate our lives. It's really actionable for you so that you can take 10 minutes out of your day, complete this, and have an action plan that you can start to utilize today. All right. So go ahead and grab your worksheet, your workbook, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and we're going to go through this together. It's going to be quick, super simple. You can do it now. You can even pause as I'm talking, or if you want to like speed this up and listen to me talking at 1.5 speed for today, great. And then go back and do your workbook later on tonight. That's totally fine as well. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you, and let's do this. So you have your workbook. Let's go ahead and flip from the title page onto the first page of the actual workbook. We're going to make this super simple. So if you're doing this on later on, keep the timer in mind. If you're doing this right now, you can go ahead and start it, but we might not be doing the exact time frames because I want to get through this, the content of this really quickly. So I've laid this out for you, super simple, and these are printable. So you can see it's not like tons of graphics on here because I wanted to make this really easy for you to print and not use all your printer, your toner. So I want you to start by grabbing a timer that can be on your phone or your watch or a cute little timer, whatever you have. Grab that timer before you start doing this workbook. And the first thing I want you to do is set your timer for 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, I want you to fill out this top box right here with all the goals you have for this year. We don't have to think realistic. I want you to write down anything and everything. This is your dream dump. Like, you put all of your goals for this year, everything you want to accomplish, just spew it out there. Don't think about it being realistic or what it's going to take or am I prepared? Do I have all the tools? Just go ahead and list it down. So in that 5 minutes, I just want you to spend that time and just list everything out that you may want to accomplish or you've been putting on your plate that you may want to accomplish in 2023. And then when that timer is done, when that 5 minutes is up, you're good, right? We can keep writing on forever. And a lot of those goal setting things that are out there are going to have you just keep writing and writing and writing, and then you're just overwhelmed. I like to limit it to a time frame so that, like you're going to put down your most important ones at the beginning, probably in the first 30 seconds, right? If we keep writing and writing and writing, like let's go back and revisit that halfway through the year after you've accomplished all of these things, right? So that's what I hope for you, is that you're so you achieve so much in the first 90 days and the second 90 days of this year that you can come back and redo this thing all over again halfway through the year, or if you're watching this later, 6 months later, right? But we're going to focus on the most important ones first. So 5 minutes is up. You've written down all your dream things that you want to accomplish this year. Now let's go ahead and reset that timer for 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, I want you to first circle the most important one for you. What is the top priority for you? The goal by which accomplishing that goal allows you to accomplish probably many of the others. So find that pivotal, that keystone goal that you want to accomplish, and you're going to circle that. And then I want you to transfer that down into the top line of the prioritize your top goals, put that in the number 1. And following that, I want you to select your second, your third, and your fourth priority goal. You might not have all 4. That's okay. You might just have 1. That's okay too. But go ahead and at least put down your first, and then maybe a second, a third, and a fourth if you have those in your list of what's your top priority. After that 2 minutes where you've prioritized at least your first, if not your second, third, and fourth priority goals, we're going to scroll down and look at the bottom of the sheet. And I want you to set another 5-minute timer where you're going to fill out the next 2 boxes. The why are these goals important to you? And by completing these goals, how will your life be different? So these are a little bit different, right? They seem similar, but they're different. So the why are these goals important to you? Like this is really like, why is this important? Why is it important that I lose weight this year? Like, what does that really mean to me? Why is it important that I set a sustainable fitness routine for myself? Why is it important that I sleep 7.5 hours a night, or 8 hours a night, or 9 hours, whatever it is? Why is it important that I drink half my body weight in water every day? All those, like, whatever it is, I want you to say, like, why is that important? It's important to me because I've been super stressed out, and I know that by sleeping more and enough and more consistently, that it's going to help with my stress levels. That's why it's important to me. It's important to me to go take 10,000 steps every day because I know that my blood sugar has been really high, and by walking that many steps every day, it's been proven to reduce blood sugar effects. So like those are just examples, right? But I want you to say, like, why is it important that's a priority for me? And then the second one, by completing these goals, how will your life be different? That's a little bit different, right? My life is going to be different by sleeping 7.5 or 8 hours a night, and my stress levels are reduced because I'm going to have more energy for my day, and I'm going to be less anxious throughout the day, which will help me to create better connections with the people that I love, and it will make me a better employee and help me to promote in my career field. All those things it's a little bit different than how is this important to you, or why this is important to you. This is how is my life going to change by completing this goal, right? Or by completing these goals. So I hope you can see the difference between the two, but I want you to spend at least 5 minutes completing those 2. And I like to set a timer because we could sit here all day and just pontificate about, how our lives are going to be crazy different. I just want you to put down those initial thoughts of why this is important and how it's going to affect your life. Okay. If you want to come back and add more later, go for it, because the more tangible these goals feel to you, in other words, like if you can visualize how your life is going to be different, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to go to bed early and get your sleep, right? It's going to make it a lot easier for you to drink that extra cup of water, rather than it feeling like a really sterile task that you're doing. Like, why am I doing this? When you have it written down of like, why am I doing this? Is how's my life going to be different in 90 days by doing this? Like, it's a little bit easier for you to feel excited to do the thing in February when most people are, quitting their New Year's resolutions, right? Typically people start to drop off around week 3 of starting a new habit. So by having this written down, you're also going to have a place that you can come back to and kind of like reignite that desire and excitement when things start to get really tough and life starts to creep in. So I could talk forever. I'm going to go on and make this a little bit more quick. So after we've done that first page, I want you to take your primary goal and I want you to turn that into a 90-day goal. So we're going to break down in 2023, my number one goal is blank. And I want you to take that down to the next page and turn that into, what do I need to accomplish in the next 90 days to ensure that my primary goal will be accomplished this year? So I'm going to break that down. What can I accomplish in the next 90 days that's going to keep me on track to achieve my larger goal? So if we just think super simply, if I want to save $365 in 2023, this is just an easy example, I need to save 90 something dollars by the end of March. It's not the exact number. It's like 92 or 93, but you get my picture, right? We need to break that larger goal down into what can I achieve in the next 90 days? And you're going to write that in here in that first box. And then after that, we need to break that down. And this is where we're getting into action steps, right? We're turning this into a system. We're not just talking words and ideas and thoughts. We're talking action. So we're breaking that 90-day goal down into smaller bite-sized pieces that we can execute. So I have my 90-day. What do I need to accomplish in the next 90 days to keep me on track with my larger goal? And then what do I need to accomplish each month in order to ensure that I'm going to accomplish that 90-day goal? That's what I'm going to put right here. So I would set yourself maybe a 10-minute timer for this entire page, right? We don't want to spend too long on it. Let's set a 10-minute timer and just work on this one primary goal and breaking it down to a 90-day, a monthly, and then what do I need to accomplish by the end of each week to ensure that I am going to inevitably accomplish my monthly and then inevitably my 90-day goal. And then what do I need to do every single day to ensure that I meet my weekly, my monthly, and my quarterly goals? Once you've done that, like we're just kind of like writing that down really quickly, like what do I need to accomplish in the next week? And then I need to turn that into action steps, things that I can, like tasks that I can actually take action on. So let's say I want to sleep 8 hours a night consistently, right? So I need to make sure if I put that into a tangible thing, I need to make sure that I am like, my 90-day goal is that I want to be sleeping 5 days a week, 8 hours or more. Right? So that's going to be my 90. By the end of March, I want to make sure that I'm sleeping 8 hours plus a night, 5 nights out of the week toward my larger goal of sleeping every night, 8 hours a night, every single night. And then every month, I need to make sure that I am tracking that I have 5 days. That means that 5 times 4 is 20 nights of 8+ hours a night. And then weekly, that's 5. Did I do that right? 5 times 4, yep, 20. And then daily, I need to make sure that I am, if that is one of my nights, like I need to have 5 nights out of the week that I have scheduled to sleep 8 hours a night. So I need to be looking ahead at my week and finding my 5 days. And those each day, I need to focus on one day. Today, I just need to get 8 hours of sleep, right? So that I get my 5 days a week, so that I get my 20 days out of the month, so that by the end of March, I have 60 days of 8 hours sleep a night. That's a simple example, right? Everyone's going to be a little bit different, but that's one example. And then once I have those targets, I need to break those down into action steps. So my daily action step might be 1, schedule it, look ahead at my calendar, find out the nights that are going to be like, this is a tough night for me. I have to work late that night or I have to get up super early the next morning. So I need to find the 5 nights for my goal, 5 nights that are going to work this week. And I need to schedule out My next task might be something like set a timer for a wind down period. Like I need to set a timer at 8 p.m. that reminds me to start winding down and doing my nighttime routine so that I go to bed by 9, so that I wake up, 5, so that everything is set out for myself, right? So all these action steps are going to be specific things, specific actionable things that you can do so that you execute that task, so that you're on track to meet your daily, your weekly, your monthly, and inevitably your quarterly goals. Do you see how that works? So we're not just talking, I want this goal, I want this outcome. We're talking about action steps. And if you focus on the action steps, you're going to make your outcome inevitable. And that's what I want for you is let's not just talk, because that's what everyone else does. They talk about what they want, but they don't take action. And that's because they don't have a system that is so simple to follow that it makes their end goal inevitable. And then the last piece that I want you to put in, don't skip this step, is I want to give yourself a reward. We're going to be like, we are triggered. Our brains are triggered to want to do things when there's a reward. Like we have not evolved that far past our animal ancestors that we don't like a reward still. So think of your dog, when your dog does a trick that you want them to do and they behave the way you want them to behave, they get a treat. Why don't you give yourself a treat too, right? So that you're more likely to do that thing that you wanted for your dog and that you want for yourself as well. So I want you to specify what you are going to reward yourself with when you accomplish your quarterly goal. And go ahead and put that down here. And again, I want you to reiterate what that anticipated result is. So it kind of goes back to this one right here. How will your life be different? I want you to think about this specific goal in the next 90 days. How is your life going to be different in the next 90 days by accomplishing this 90-day goal? Okay. So make sure you do that step because a lot of people don't do it. They just think, well, I'm just going to I get the goal. That's it. No, we don't work that way. It's not going to keep you going for the next 90 days and the next 90 days. So I want you to reward yourself, give yourself a little positive feedback for all that hard work that you're going to be doing over the next 90 days and specify that here. So you have something to be working toward and some positive feedback for all that hard work. Okay. And then the last page, I've given you this printable sheet. You can print out as many as you need. And then you're going to complete it for your month 1 or your month 2 or your month 3, and you're going to specify those actions. So these actions up here, right? You're going to drop down to your daily actions here. So I've listed them out, all your daily actions, and then your weekly actions from right up here. You're going to drop down to here. And then you're going to remind yourself of what that reward is going to be after that month. So you're going to break down, you have another reward. It doesn't have to be as big as this reward, but I want you to give yourself something. So like for all my coaching clients, I would encourage them if they accomplish their goal to maybe go and treat themselves to a massage. And that's because not only is it going to help with their recovery and make their next month even more effective, but it's also a nice little treat, right? So I don't like to utilize food as a reward if your goal is like body fat loss or, you know what I'm saying? Like think of something that's going to benefit your goal, right? That is going to continue to progress your goal, but is also something really nice for yourself. So it might be going to get your nails done. It might be just going and soaking in the tub for an hour, like turning off your phone and going and soaking in the tub and listening to a book on tape that you really love, or just soaking and having candles. It can be something really simple, but I want you guys to specify a reward after every single month to keep you going. And then the last little piece down here is make adjustments. I want you to review at the end of each month, review what worked really well, what things didn't really work for you that we might need to adjust, and then take those into the next month. Because if we keep doing the same thing that's not working for us, nothing's going to work for us, right? So be really strategic about this. This is for your goals and your benefit, and I want this to be so effective for you. So make sure you're taking that time to review and figure out what is working that we want to repeat or double down on, and what things are not working that we need to tweak or eliminate, so that the next month you're getting smarter and more effective and more efficient. And like when you start dialing in this strategy, this goal achievement system, you're going to be unstoppable. Like we only did this for your number 1 goal. Print this out for your number 2 goal. Do the same thing. In 90 days, reevaluate, like go back to your brainstorm, pick the next priority. What's the next top priority? Go ahead and do the exact same thing. Go through all these steps again. And you're just going to keep knocking out all your goals. And I guarantee you, if we come back and talk a year from now, you are going to accomplish more in the next 12 months than you have accomplished in the last 12 years. If you're going to accomplish in the next 90 days more than you did in the last year, right? This is a system that you can rinse and repeat and just follow it and just make it super simple for you to achieve all your goals. Okay, so hope this was helpful. I want you guys to take the next 10 minutes to go ahead and do this activity for yourself and come back and rewatch this video if you just need a little recap or a little inspiration to go back and do it again. All right, I wish you nothing but success. If it's the beginning of 2023, if it's the middle of 2023, if it's 2024, I wish you nothing but success this year and goal achievement. And if there's anything I can do to help support you in that, please feel free to reach out to me. You can find me on social media, on Instagram and Facebook. You can find me at Grace B Fitness, or you can reach me through my company, Fit Path Coaching, and you can find that at fitpathcoaching.com. That's FITP as in Paul, ATH coaching, COACHING. And again, I help women around the world. If you would like a little bit more support in this year in helping you achieve all of your goals, whether it's fitness, health, or nutrition related, I'd love to be able to support you and help you in that. So please feel free to reach out to me for anything that I can help you with. All right. Wishing you all the best, all the goal achievement. Let's make 2023 and beyond the best year yet. All right. Thank you all. See you and hope to talk with you very soon. Adios.